going to be quite a change for you, though, I think.
I can feel the draft already.
Yes, I know. 3, 2, 1, take a look.
Oh, wow! Very sophisticated.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. I think a kind of longer, heavier fringe looks sexier. That's the key word here, ladies and gents. It's all right, it's a pleasure. Cracking, eh? Butlins, that'll do for me.
He'll do for us. We love Michael, he's brilliant. Jane.
Yes.
And indeed Christine, women's hair doing looks a painful old business to me. Never am I more glad I'm not a woman than I see clips like this. Here's you getting your roots done in 1998. Absolutely barbaric.
Oh, thanks for this.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh, look at the state.
There's a kid's game when you pull plasticine out of little figures' heads. It's sort of a bit like that.
I know. The things we used to have to do.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
It's all nice and comfy with foil. You know, but we had to sit there with that contraption on our head. I called it something else, I remember, on the show itself. But, you know, and it hurts. You know, they've got a big needle pulling it, yanking it through.
Yeah. 10 years since they decided to come and film on your cruise ship. What did you think? I'm going to be a superstar.
No, I was more worried about keeping my job on the cruise ship, and they said we just didn't spend as much time with me filming. So I thought, well, I'm not going to be on it much. And they only said it was an hour's documentary, so we didn't think it was going to turn into this epic
Incredible. But 10 years ago, and really, I suppose you were one of the very first reality-type show stars to kind of really, you know, you've had the length of time. You really have, though. It's been incredible. And, of course, the music took off the back of it as well. So you have a new album coming out.
I have a new album on the 11th of August. That's coming out on the McDonald record label.
Why have you got your own label, then?
Because I can.
Because she can.
No, he just loves saying that. I love that, mate. Because I can retain all the rights and, you know, give it as much...
It's a big step, though, isn't it?
Massive step. I could be in a caravan this time next year.
Oh.
But, you know, what a way to go.
What a way to go. Well, looking back at the cruise show, I don't know how anyone could ever have doubted you're going to be a big star.
No.
You shot on the One Show, and our wonderful wildlife duo, Mike Dilger and Miranda Kristofnikoff. They've already shown us the delights of rock pooling and sandhoppers, helping to keep the sand in good shape on the beach.
Tonight we go back to the glorious Pembrokeshire coast for a spot of beachcombing and a little bit of beauty treatment.
Day 2 of Beach Watch was, let's be honest, a bit of a washout.
But later on, the skies cleared, the sun came out, and so did the birds. Roll on, day 3.
Ah, this is the life. Sun, sand, and a seaweed face pack. But seaweed is a fascinating thing. For a start, its beauty properties have been known about for thousands of years. And you know, you've probably eaten or used seaweed in some form or another in the last 24 hours. If you've brushed your teeth, if you've eaten yogurt, or if you had a nice cold beer. Seaweed's found in all of those products. But there's so much more than that. If you give me a couple of minutes to get this off, I'll show you what I mean.
Couple of minutes, Miranda? I can do some beachcombing in that time. With our resident marine biologist, Kate Locke.
Kids, how you doing? Are you ready to go beachcombing?
Yeah!
Let's go! Oh, my word. Bring that down and put it over there, Joe. What have you got there, Sam? You've got an old rubber glove. Look at that!
What we've got is different types of mermaid purses, OK? This one's the most common one we find, which is like a dogfish egg. And this one, though, comes from a skater array. And they're all related because they're part of the shark family.
I found a crab! I found that crab!
Oh, very good. It is a crab. I think it's a shore crab.
The leg.
We've forgotten one leg. It's a crab with 7 legs. Guys, first and foremost, you have done so well. We've found some brilliant things. Kate, I noticed you split them into 2 piles. Obviously unnatural and horrible. And this is our lovely treasure. What are some of the highlights?
Right, well, in the natural pile, we've got some really nice well cakes right there. And we've got the skates and raids egg cases, so the mermaid purses. And we've got some really nice cuttlefish shells here too. They're
That's
nice.
wonderful. I've noticed, of course, that this pile is a lot larger than that pile.
Yeah, unfortunately, the bulk of stuff we do find on the beach nowadays is rubbish. I mean, for instance, here we've got plastic bags which are mistaken as jellyfish by turtles. The netting here, the seals play in it and then get caught in it. And really, it's just the accumulation of all this rubbish that's really affecting our wildlife.
So it's a really valuable message. Don't leave your litter. And if you do find some, get involved in litter picks. Help keep our beaches clean And also, as well, you might even find some lovely jewels.
Meanwhile, I'm in seaweed heaven with dozens of different kinds. This is bladderwrack. This is your classic rocky shore seaweed. We all know it as this sort of lifeless, dull seaweed that hangs around on the rocks. What we don't appreciate is the importance of these bladders. These are filled with air, and when the tide comes in, the seaweed's underwater. This raises the fronds up towards the surface, towards the sunlight, where it can photosynthesize, producing this beautiful underwater garden. Underwater garden it may be, but are seaweeds actually plants? Well, technically they're not. Plants have roots and seaweeds don't. They have a holdfast which sticks them firmly and securely to the rock. And they also grow from their base, as opposed to a plant which grows from its tip. In fact, all seaweeds are algae, but whatever you call them, they make a lovely face pack. Hey, Mike.
Miranda, your complexion, it's so beautiful.
Well, funnily you should mention it. I've been sampling the beauty properties of seaweed.
But I'm glad someone's been having a relaxing time.
You had the kids, didn't you?
They were great. Ran all over the place, found loads of good stuff. Delighted, really.
Brilliant. We're 3 great days down, just 2 more to go. Grab yourself a seat.
OK.
Dr. Jarvis, then. So, what properties does seaweed have?
Well, for the skin, it's very good theoretically because it's got all sorts of vitamins, vitamin B, vitamin E, which we use a lot in skin creams. The problem we've got, of course, is that they're very difficult to do scientific research to say whether something makes you look younger, because it's a very subjective thing.
Right. So, do the face packs actually work, the seaweed face packs that you get?
I think it's a matter of debate. It's quite nice and relaxing. It's very good in terms of allowing you to have some me time.
It says here, relaxing.
Do you feel like you're having?
I don't want me time. I'm a danger to myself then. It's a mineral-rich mass to cleanse, soften and beautify all skins. I mean, what?
It's working.
I can see a difference
we don't know what's
already.
going on under there.
Well, I have to say, if you're allergic to shellfish, it might bring you out in a very nasty rash.
You don't want any of that going on.
Yeah.
Lucy, on a more serious note, all this rubbish all over our beaches, it's unsightly and of course it's dangerous, isn't it, for all of our wildlife?
It's really dangerous and it's also increasing as well. That's the really problematic thing. Adrian, stop looking at me with that mask on. But it's just everywhere. This is in Pembrokeshire, this picture. So it's in the UK and it's also internationally as well. And a lot of it is plastic rubbish, and that's increasing by 58% a year. It's amazing how much plastic there is around in the sea. And the worst offender are cigarette butts, because they've got so much plastic in them and they don't degrade. So this is a guillemot, this is just plastic twine. And then I think we've got another picture of a turtle. Turtles think that these plastic bag fragments are jellyfish. Right. And they basically ingest them and then they die.
Jane, would you confess to ever flicking a cigarette butt overboard on the cruise ship? I mean,
never smoked in my life, love.
All right,
wasn't me,
but did stuff get hoiked overboard? Because a lot of the rubbish does go in at the...
No, you're not allowed to do that on maritime law, because if you flick a butt, it could come back and cause a fire. So you're not allowed to do that. Right. Young fella, me lad.
I should have known that.
I just, for some reason, can't take you seriously.
I know. It's looking good, babe. It's looking good.
Thank you very much. It's been lovely to have you on.
It has, Jane. It's been lovely meeting you.
I've enjoyed every minute of it. Thank you very, very much.
Is that seaweed on your dress, Sarah?
No, we're just frightfully colour coordinated.
Yes, we are.
Green tea.
Thank you, ladies. Tomorrow on The One Show, the lessons we can learn from Chicago when it comes to tackling knife crime.
Should the Greeks get their marbles back? Who else have we got on? I've forgotten.
Who else? Only Gordon Brown.
Oh, yes, the Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
Yes, really. See you at 7 tomorrow. Bye for now.